Rise business correspondent Laurie. But hello, we've been talking about some surprisingly good results for the UK. Now we have the other side of that coin.
It's funny, at exactly the same time that sterling began to fall, sort of the middle of the last week, we started to see some anecdotal evidence that was looking not so good. Now, the survey that you read about earlier, remember, that is anecdotal. This is not a measure of what's being produced in the economy, and we're light on economic data through this week. Just construction numbers for last month due out on Friday. But one thing that's being a little bit overlooked in this talk about sterling's fall, and sterling's at the lows of the day, we're at 123.64, so off about 0.7 of a percentage point, is what's happening in the bond market. And I know people's eyes glaze over when I start talking about bonds, but they are important because the price of bonds is falling in line with sterling. When a price of a bond falls, the yield goes up. And the yield on a 10-year gilt, which is a government bond, has gone from under 1%, 0.75%, to almost 1%. Still very low by historical standards, but that's a big move up in a couple of days. And what that means is that any borrowing the Chancellor may choose to undertake for a spending spree to try and stimulate the economy just got a lot more expensive. So it may constrain Philip Hammond when he